Hello all. What a day. What a day. I'm almost speechless. And that's quite rare for me. I was going to do a video tonight all about the global shipping program and put that on as my second weekly eBay video. But really, after today's experiences, and I started doing a eBay in May 2022. It's now September 2024, so you're looking at a good nearly 2.5 years later. And today is by far the worst day I've ever had on eBay. And yeah, I'll let you know what happened, because it can happen to anybody. Look, we're not Android computers. We're human beings. Mistakes can be made. So I like to basically make you think on this channel that I'm going to tell you everything to do with eBay. I'm quite honest. All right. I don't just want you thinking that I'm just going to talk about how fantastic it is. No, I'm going to talk about all the warts and all the ugly bits as well. Okay. And today was a little bit ugly and it was totally my fault. Totally. So yeah, we'll talk about what happened and how I solved it. But yeah, so a bit of a change of plan for today's video, but watch on and I'll tell you all about it. At the moment, I consider myself to be a small eBay shop. I think I'm at about 185 products at the moment. So yeah, that considering that some have got thousands, yeah, my little shed empire is quite small. And I would say that for small eBay sellers who are trying to grow, the statistics that are shown as like positive feedback numbers, neutral feedback numbers and negative feedback numbers are really, really important, because that is probably one of the first signs that you can see, or that potential buyers can see, with regards to building confidence in your store with the buyer. And obviously you want buyers to be confident and know that they're going to get the products, they're going to get them quickly, they're going to get the right product, it's all going to be good. Currently, over the last 12 months, my positives stand at, I did write them down, 361 positives. I've got 2 neutrals and no negatives. I have had 1 negative in the past, and that was a pair of walking shoes that when the buyer got them, they literally just fell apart. And I didn't realise that the rubber on the bottom had sort of like gone brittle. I just didn't see it. It was a mistake on my part. But that was the only negative that I've had. The current 2 neutrals, they're a bit harsh, I feel, but only 2 with 361 positives. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but I'll let you know. What one says, wrong size, got refund. Now, that was slightly my fault, because I put it on as XL and it wasn't. It was an L. He let me know. I said, oh my God, I apologise. I said, oh, I'm really, really sorry. Refunded him straight away, but I still got the neutral feedback. All right, but yeah, that was on me. I did make the mistake. The other one said, what was it? Item as described, arrived in time scale. And then it clicked the negative. No, the neutral. So I was just, that's what you want, isn't it? You know, yeah, and it's got the comment there. Item as described, arrived in time scale, and then click neutral. You think to yourself, Christ, what more do you want? Do you want a bag of sweets with it as well? But you know, but you can't do anything. Oh God, you can message the buyer and say, you know, excuse me, you know, well, I did everything that I was supposed to do. Why have you only done, you know, neutral? But hey, these things happen. These things happen. So let's talk about today then, and what actually happened. All right. Now remember that this is a side hustle for me. So I was actually at what I would call my proper job. Okay, when some messages started coming through on my phone, and I had a quick few glances at my watch to see what it was all about. Because when it comes through normally, you know, it makes you think, another little sale there. Because the eBay sort of like, it gives like a double vibration. on my phone, so I know when something's come through, and I have a quick look at my watch to see what's sold. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised with this one. Now, so far, I pride myself as well on the fact that I think I've sold or I've sent 1,500 parcels now. Okay, it's 1.5k, and as far as I'm aware, every single one of those has gone to the right address. That's good. All right, I pride myself on that. Also, with all the ceramics that I've sold, none have been broken. None. Or I've never had a message back saying that they've been broken, please can I have a refund. Because I do take quite a lot of time to wrap ceramics so that that situation doesn't occur. I think it's important that you do that, obviously. All right, you don't want it to arrive in bits. So I think you can guess where this is going. I can't say that anymore for both of them in the space of 24 hours. Oh, I don't mean to laugh. I don't, because it is a mess up on my part. But if I didn't laugh, I'd cry. About lunchtime, got a little message, got the little double tap on my phone, looked at my watch, and it had the picture of a nice pair of Converse, but underneath I can make out the word refund. I was like, oh, well, it can't be because they are faulty, because I knew that these were a really, really nice pair of Converse. It must have been that they just don't fit, which is quite surprising. Normally people with their Converse, they know what size they are and they know if it'll fit or not. So when I could, went on my phone, had a look, and it basically said, these are what I ordered, but I received a pink pair of Crocs. And I forget what film it's from, or I forget where the saying comes from, but there's like a Morgan Freeman type voice which goes, and it was then that he knew he'd messed up. And I knew then that I'd messed up, because the person in receipt of these, I knew that on a couple of days ago I sent a pair of blue Converse and a pair of pink Crocs. So it was pretty obvious to me what had happened. The Crocs had gone to the people that ordered the Converse, and the Converse had gone to the people that ordered the Crocs. It was a Converse person that let me know about this, and yeah, I was like, because how would she have known? Okay, she's not making it up. She's not making excuses. They were both sent on the same day, so I knew there and then that I had made a mistake. And I think this is the first thing that you have to do in these situations. Tip number one for situations like this is take responsibility. Okay, you have to do it. You're allowed a little swear. You are allowed a little swear. Okay, but you can't like say to them, "Are you sure you clicked on the right one?" Because these were both at the same time. Yeah, you know, are you sure you clicked on the Converse and not the Crocs? No, you can't say that. Okay, of course you can't. All right. So the second thing to do after taking responsibility in these situations, I feel, and this is how I have dealt with it, and at the moment, both of my customers who are affected by this are still sweet. I hope. Okay. The first thing that I did, immediate refund. Immediate refund. Because you have messed up. It's something that you should not do. You should be aware of. It's a mistake that you shouldn't make. But as I said, we're not androids. It does happen from time to time. And I think this is one of the good things about selling stuff like this, is if you do a full refund, it's not exactly breaking the bank. Okay, it's two products out of sales at the moment, which are going to about 20-25 products a week. So it's not as though you are selling quite high priced items not very regularly. These are quite low priced items that are sold frequently. So a refund isn't really going to cause you that much issue, isn't really going to cause you that much hassle. And it's probably one of the best things of keeping the customer sweet. Because you've got your mobile phone as well. Okay, I think it's really important to run the eBay off your mobile phone so you can be mobile and flexible and literally action things pretty much straight away, because I didn't want this customer to be waiting around. So I quickly messaged the customer, took responsibility for it straight away, gave her a full refund, and literally said, look, if you could send those back, please, I will message the other person and tell them, okay. Again, if I didn't laugh, I'd cry because I was annoyed with myself for making such mistakes. I could tell the other person that they have not got the pink Crocs they ordered, they have got the blue Converse. So I could maybe sort something out and send the right things to the right people. And so far, I've had positive feedback off the customer who ordered the Converse and got the Crocs. I then messaged the person who I'd sent the Crocs to, okay? And I basically said, when you open the parcel, you will see that they are not Crocs, they are Converse. Please, can you send them back? And I did an immediate refund for that customer as well, okay? So both customers, full refund, including postage. And I also told the customers, look, if both send them back to me, I can then send them out to you, and everything sorted. And I'm not going to charge them again. That is going to be, I'm just going to basically pay the postage and just get it out to them and just be gone with it. Literally, just accept the loss. All right. Yeah, because I would have lost on that. I'm not going to lose hundreds. All right. I think total in all for both, it's between 15 and 20 quid. All right. And so I'm considering that I'm making an average markup of about £5, £4 to £5 a product, selling about 20 products a week. You've just got to take it and move on. All right. Not every single sale can be perfect. I think one of the things that you've got to learn from doing this is that you will make mistakes, and it's how you deal with those mistakes that make you the success that you could be. All right. The outcome that I'm hoping to get from this is some positive feedback saying there was an obvious mistake, but the person dealt with it really well, immediate refunds, and all the information that we needed was given to us straight away. That's the sort, because actually that sort of feedback is probably worth more than the amount of money it cost me to sort all this out. Trust me, it is. All right, absolutely. So now it's the aftermath, the reflection, the autopsy. What the hell went wrong? How the hell did this happen? Because I think it's really important that you have a pretty tight process to stop things like this happening. I'll show you my process. The first thing that I would have done, say like if we're taking these pair of Converse, the first thing I would have done is put them into this and wrap and just drop them in. Okay, opened it up like that, dropped them in, and then just wrapped it round and then sealed it at the top. Okay, nice and tight. All right, because that makes a good parcel that you can actually attach a label to. If you do them quite loosely and they're sort of like side by side like that with a gap through them, then it makes the parcel quite difficult to actually put a label on. You want literally them like this. Okay, so they're on top of each other and tightly wrapped. Okay, then, all right, I drop them into a postage bag. Okay, again, same sort of principle, into the bag here, bag wrapped around, okay, and then sealed. All right, now that, two things that does. Number one, it makes it waterproof. And number two, because you put them into two lots of bags and you've wrapped it round, the chances of these products sort of like coming out of the packaging are very, very slim indeed. Okay, and a lot of the feedback that I've got from people, a lot of the positive feedback, does actually say well packaged. All right, so that tells me that I'm doing something right. After I've done that, what I would do then is write, say if it's the Converse, I would write blue Cons on the grey packet in a Sharpie pen so it doesn't come off. I would then weigh it, okay, on my scales, find out the weight, which for these would probably be around about 700 grams, and then write the weight, the exact weight, onto it as well. Okay, so say if they were 750 grams, I would write blue Cons 750 onto my grey package. I would then go to my computer, go onto the Royal Mail website and have a look at the order. And on the order, you can insert the weight of the package. So I would get the order up for the blue Converse, put 750 grams in there, choose the right one, which is usually second class postage. Okay, click on that and then print the label off. And when you print the label off, it has on it that 750 grams. So you can then match the 750 on the label to the 750 that you've written on the package. So that, that's how I do it. I do it by the number. I must have had a moment of madness with. I must have had the pink Crocs and the blue Converse next to each other, and just switched. Just madness, absolute madness. And this is where you get so angry and so frustrated with yourself, but you can't. You know, you don't beat yourself. If you've done this, don't beat yourself up that much. Just don't. Okay, and if you haven't done this, well done. If you do what I've told you to do in terms of making sure that everything's written on and everything's done properly, maybe I just didn't. The saying goes, doesn't it? General hindsight never won any wars. You can't cry over spilt milk. You just can't. So anyway, this is what's happened. Yeah. Hopefully it won't happen again. I hope. All right. But yeah, so this is Smithy sharing stuff with you, warts and all. All right. Try not, if you have a process that you go through to ensure that mistakes like this don't happen, please comment below. Let me know what you do. But yeah, I'm going to try my very, very, very hardest not to do this again. But that wasn't the end of it. As I said, I pride myself on the fact that I'd sent everything to the right addresses up until today, and that nothing had broken up until today. About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I get another message. There was a butter dish that I had found and put on because I thought it was worth more than what I'd paid for it. And somebody had bought it. I think I got it for £1 and I sold it for 10. So nice little flip. Bubble wrapped it, put it in a box. I've got a friend at work who also sells stuff like this, ceramics, and she said you got to put the box in the box. So I did that, bubble wrapped everything. Okay, didn't normally I drop my stuff into a postage box as well, like all my trainers and all the clothing that I sell. I didn't do that with this because obviously it's got a drop. So I actually took it to the post office and presented it to them, you know, and wrote fragile on it. Not enough. Okay, customer messaged me saying it's broken. All right, and she sent me pictures of the bottom of the butter dish had broken. Oh, so there, what can you do? What can you do? It's broken. Yeah, there's photos there, so maybe I could message Royal Mail and say, look, one of the products that you did, okay, I marked it fragile. Can I prove that I marked it fragile? No. Okay, there's no photos of that. All right, and I didn't take a photograph of the thing before it left. So really, there's not a lot that I can do. You got to refund the customer. So that's three refunds I've done today. 3, okay, and both my records of never cracking anything in terms of ceramics and always sending stuff to the right address has gone. Okay, I can't say that anymore. All right, I can say that 99%. Okay, for the ceramics and 99.9% for getting it sent to the right place. Yeah, so that one was an easy one. It's just an immediate refund. There is nothing you can do about that. Okay, and I think moving on, I don't think I'm going to do ceramics anymore. All right, this one scarred me. All right. Even though all the others that I've done have got there fine, you still can't be absolutely sure, can you? I'll sleep on that one. I'll have a think. But yeah, so yeah, anything. If you've ever had a day like this where everything seems to go wrong, again, please let me know. But I'd still say that eBay is great. I'd still say that it's serving me well, even after days like this. So there we go. There's my little stories for you. Next week's video is going to be about the global shipping program. Looking forward to that one. All right. Okay. Remember, In On and Gone 19 will probably be dropping round about Sunday evening, Monday morning time. They're beginning to go really well. If I look at the analytics of those, the last 4 that I've done are in like my top watched for a certain time period. Okay, so yeah, that's beginning to get traction, which I'm really, really happy about. And I thank you all for the support on that. Remember, this is a small store that's growing, and also it's quite a small YouTube channel as well that's growing. But hopefully you're learning from it, okay? And, you know, any feedback would be much appreciated. Let's do this. All right, cheers, rock on. See you soon.